what you make me think of is what I call professional daters, and what I'll explain it in detail. There's women. There's at least 5 of them that I know. One I know personally, so I'll tell you about her. She's been on dating sites for like over 10 years, right? And the reason why I know this is because when I met her, I didn't meet her on a site, but when I met her, I took her on a date. And what happens is, and what I had to learn was, this was a long time ago, but what I had to learn was, you get these women who will just continually go on dates with guys with no romantic intentions. So I asked her, I said, wait a minute. I says, you've been on this dating site for over 10 years. I was trying to think, y'all know me, I overthink things. That's who I am. I'm like, there was not one guy. You didn't meet one guy that you liked. Not one. You know what I mean? And she just looked at me. She didn't answer. I said, tell me about some of the guys that you met. And the one she bragged about the most was this guy who showed up with 24 roses and this expensive bracelet, right? And I said to her, I says, okay, that's nice. I said, but did you ask him if he had citizenship? Like, who would do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, even a woman that I would just completely, like, flip out over, really want to be with her, blah, 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 which doesn't happen that often. I wouldn't show up with 24 roses and, like, a expensive bracelet. That's a bit much. So then I said to her, I said, what about these dinners? I said, you sitting across the table from somebody, all these guys, dinner after dinner after dinner. I said, how can you not be bored with the conversation? I said, the questions at some point have to all be the same and have to merge together. And this is a small city. This isn't a big city. How much Olive Garden can you eat? I don't give a damn if I don't care if you're paying for it or not.
And bread's just gonna get a little dry at some point.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's when I come to realize she's in it for the dates. Like you said, I don't know if it's the food. I don't know if it's the psychological thing of wanting to be wanted by all these guys. But there's like 5 of them that I know.
Combination.
Well, I hear women say dating is fun. I guess it is fun. It's look, I always think it's fun too. If I get to go out with a different girl all the time, she buys me food and, you know, pays for all this stuff and wants to try to impress me and all these things. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's probably even more fun when it's more than one of them trying to do it.
And this is over a period of 10 years. That's what I know about. Mm-hmm. And when you get to the point where you're trying to get to the intimacy, it's like she turns into a little girl. You know what I mean?
That's all you want.
I've been all over a woman. If you name it, I've never come across the virgin button. I've never been like, what's this? What the fuck is this? You mean we can literally start all over?
The chastity belt and on all these women, you know, it's like trying to get in that thing, trying to find the key. It's like,
dude,
no key?
Like 3,000 keys,
no key?
One at a time. You know.
I mean, and you turn back time, and then you're like, you might say something like, were you married before? And they say, yeah, but it was only 2 because one didn't count. You know what I mean?
Count it.
Downtown, quarter common, please.
That counted.
quarter common, please stop lying.
Right.
Acting like
right.
This marriage didn't count. You know what I mean?
There's money coming every month. Oh, it didn't count. Oh, it counted for somebody.
Yeah. But you see them.
We count it every month.
As it gets closer to to something, not even being closer really, because you ain't getting but so close. But I'm telling you, it just comes to dinners. It's like they're almost like children. You know what I mean? Yeah. Only thing that's stopping it from being a complete childhood experience is her sending you the slip that says, "Will you go with me?" Check yes or no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in her case, I'll get back to you after the next dinner.
I mean, the slip is sometimes like, you know, it's almost like an invoice. Like, you've been out with me now. We've been to dinner, so that comes to with tip. That's 200. Yeah. Like, wait a minute. I done spent about $200 a pop every time I've seen you. done everything you could possibly do, taken you everywhere you wanted to go, so on and so forth. And I mean, what's that for?
And you're fooling yourself
What did we get?
if you don't think men date for intimacy at some point. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that's cool with it. They might not, first 1 or 2 times we hanging out here and there. But no, they have no intention whatsoever of being intimate at any point. So that's why when you start talking about, you can't, like, here's the big thing. I can't find this guy. I said, I'm telling you, you've met Mr. Right at least twice. At least. You know what I mean? And you let him go.
Yeah, just like a bomb, she blowed it up.
She blowed it up.